confirmation of the New Zealand side. Glenn Moss with his 17th cap in goal, of course suspended for much of the World Cup. Mark Paston still out injured at the moment. First set-piece opportunity goes the way of the home side, and it's a great save, and then the opening goal. So the save from Moss is to no avail, and it's the skipper that's opened the scoring way. So Moss, you can hardly blame the keeper here. There might be questions asked about the All Whites defending. We talked about who would settle. China clearly have the early advantage.
I think that might have something to do with the way that football's probably not a game that lends itself to the type of training that the Chinese do with their youth.
Well, they've got plenty of pace. Oh, Moss is stretched. And really, it's just good fortune that the New Zealanders don't go down with a second goal. It's clever play, and there'll be a card here, you would think, for Tommy Smith. Adding insult to injury, the nutmeg was clever play from Jude de Bao. Proud man to skipper his country, playing his 72nd international. Now New Zealand with numbers. Wood couldn't get the purchase, and that was a pretty good opportunity. And Wood with support on either side, and I think he acknowledges that now.
Yes, good chance for the All Whites this one.
An indication, if nothing else, of the current strength in the Asian Confederation with this performance so far. But New Zealand looking to respond now. Wood into the area. Wonderful defensive work. It was a last-ditch stretch of the right leg, and the ball cannons off Chris Wood. And I think even worse for New Zealand, this will be a goal kick. But just half a yard away, Chris Wood.
Beautiful ball, that beautifully weighted pass from Killen.
Boyens. That was an all-or-nothing challenge, wasn't it? Dangerous. Visilic just out of reach, and that almost sums up that first half for Shane Smeltz. Brocky now. Well, it was ambitious, wasn't it, from Jeremy Brocky? But ambitious is very much a word in the Jeremy Brocky dictionary. Not sure, Fred, was he shooting, do you think? I saw the arm of Chris Wood go up.
Most of his work's been almost in the middle third of the field.
China again down the left wing side through Han Chao. Boyens across. Han Chao back onto the right foot. He's done well. So too, though, Tommy Smith. And Tony Lockheed back helping out. China in the closing moments, and Moss had to save.
They've done their homework, the Chinese.
Mulligan. More often than not, what you will get from Dave Mulligan is a look up and to see if one of the front three is available. And this might be an opportunity for New Zealand, straight into the hands of the keeper, Yui Lei, and Jeremy Brocky has missed a gilt-edged opportunity, as the halftime whistle is surely just moments away, anywhere except straight at the keeper, and it's 1-1. They trail at the break 1-0. We believe an own goal. So the change would appear to be young Michael Boxall on debut, replacing Andy Boyens. So Costa Barbarouses is on, the 21-year-old. He replaces Chris Wood. We've seen one keeper already stretch it off, and they were checking the pulse. Well, there were a few heart palpitations there for the Kiwi keeper.
Always under control.
Of course. Some room now for New Zealand, and they force a corner. Leaving the field after a collision with Chris Wood, who, of course, himself has not emerged for the second half. And a chance, New Zealand over the bar, and that was a good opportunity. Ricky Herbert, just for a moment, about to get out of his seats. The cameras are going to focus on Barbarouses. not sure that it was the young substitutes.
Again, good early signs from the All Whites. Started the second half way better than they did the first.
And here's Smelts. We didn't see enough of this in the first half. And it's good quick feet from Shane Smelts, but good defending as well. Force backwards. Flag stays down. Lockhead. Touch now. Lockhead into the area. This is better. Promising. Touchdown now for McGlinchey, and they've equalised. New Zealand through Michael McGlinchey, and they've started the second half superbly, and that is just reward. New Zealand on level terms.
Yeah, well done from the All Whites. Just maintained a bit of pressure. Really, for the first time, they had 2 or 3 bites at this. And then eventually the ball drops for McGlinchey.
He's getting ready to make an appearance, plays for FC Schalke in Germany. Question here is, will he get on the park at 1-1? Because New Zealand pressing again. Brocky, space at the far post. First real goal-scoring opportunity for that man, Shane Smelts. Play on, no foul. New Zealand without the numbers forward for Chris Killen. Shane Smelts really is operating as a left winger, and pretty effective as well. Nice little step, and dummy Mulligan caused some real trouble, didn't he, Dave Mulligan? He does have a liking for scoring spectacular goals, and that was very nearly the second goal for New Zealand. China with the through ball, China with the chance. Moss, a very good save. Just stayed very strong to Glenn Moss, but now New Zealand invite China back in again. Boxall is there to clean up. Barbarouses back helping as well. But that was a great opportunity for the home side. Probably not on the radar of most New Zealand football fans. Perhaps even 6 months ago. Been very impressed.
He's looked very composed, hasn't he? Just on the ball, everything he's done so far. You know, he's held off. Chance
for New Zealand on the break. Shane Smelts with support. An opportunity to take the lead. A wonderful save, really. That is as good an opportunity as Chris Killen can expect in international football. But let's credit ULA. He guessed the right way and palms it beyond his left-hand post.
Yeah, Shane Smelts.
And we will see Marco Rojas. So this is a debut that many people have waited for. And a double change, and you are watching the future of New Zealand football. This man's far from done, I've got to tell you. Chris Killen, Jeremy Brocky is another one in the young brigade. But in Marco Rojas and Michael Fitzgerald, you have 2 players that have every opportunity to be a part of this New Zealand side over the next 7 or 8 years. Really some great talent coming through, and we're seeing much of it on display here tonight.
Yes, there is, and I mean, it's also...
Flag stays down here, so talking of young talent and opportunities, Rojas at the far post looking for support. Barbarouses couldn't find them, and then the finish is poor from that man, Shane Smelts. Well, I'm not sure if there is too much video around of the New Zealand Football Premiership, but if they have some, they'll know that that was always going to be on the cards from Dave Mulligan. He does like to dip the ball and get it to bounce in front of the keeper, and it can cause problems, and that is a wonderful statistic. And let's not underestimate that performance away from home. Flag stays down. China could win it here. Oh, Moss. Wonderful save with the legs. I reckon he saved more with the shins and the knees as Glenn Moss than he has with his gloves. Graphic comes up on screen. He's credited with the goal, but clearly an own goal. All New Zealand, China's given possession away here now. Marco Rojas, the ball just wouldn't travel far enough in front. Breaks now, though, for McGlinchey. Lockhead, drive it across. Tony Lockhead, the keeper punches clear and is fouled. But very clever build-up play by New Zealand this time.
As we see Michael McGlinchey and Aaron Clapham exchange substitutions. So
I think, Fred, that's exactly what you're alluding to, the service into the players in the attacking third.
Oh, also for Smelts, I think he...
China, can they steal the game away? Tommy Smith got back, made really good ground. And then Glenn Moss, there's a little bit of afters here from DeBow. And New Zealand having to be very alert in the closing seconds. Glenn Moss with a good save. Ricky Herbert says that'll do. Come on, full time.
Great through ball for China.
And it was Boxall who showed great pace at the end of the game, and that's a nice note to end it on, because this has been a night for the newcomers in this New Zealand side, as well as some seasoned veterans. New Zealand has performed superbly. They conceded a very early goal. They won't be happy about that, but they've come back in superb fashion to finish 1-1 with China, and that is no mean feat for this New Zealand team.
No, I mean, this is the start, isn't it, for the All Whites? It's the start of the road to Brazil. And they've performed, you know, with a lot of credit this evening, New Zealand. As you say, Andrew, very sluggish start, but they weathered that. You know, they rode their luck. They got China hit the post, but then you know, New Zealand really came on in the second half, had some good chances, and probably 1-1 at the final analysis, a fair result.